Hey, Shalom, Israel. I.S.U.P.K, Oklahoma Sabbath. You understand? Today we're going to get into the sister Esther. You know what I mean? We're going to get into the sister Esther. You understand? We are coming up on the Feast of Purim. You know what I mean? And we want to go into, how powerful this sister was and how, how our sisters need to be in this world, right? What we need to be doing as a nation, selfless servants. You know what I mean? And this sister Esther was one of those people to where she knew who she was, right? And also she knew her purpose, right? In this place, you understand, we lose our purpose, right? Our men and our women have lost their purpose, in this sinful kingdom, right? To where we get selfish, right? We, it's easy to get a job, get your degree, get to a status to where you can forget about your own people, right? And this sister Esther is a prime example of not doing that, right? The brother Mordecai is a prime example of not doing that, right? And, following orders is what both of those people did, Esther and Mordecai, right? Mordecai, he followed out the orders. We're going to get into it. I'm just, giving a brief summary of what went down. You know what I mean? Esther took orders from Mordecai. You understand? That's how she got to her position. You understand? So it's a powerful story that, everybody needs to read and get into. You understand? Because this sister was selfless. And for all those naysayers and all those people out there that say we don't give reverence, to our sisters, you understand, living and gone, right? They're alive. You understand? We do. You understand? We love our sisters. You understand? The righteous sisters. You understand? We even love our wicked sisters in the world. And we wish that they come into, this truth, into the I.S.U.P.K and get out of this world. You understand? So, you want to say anything before we get into it? I mean, listen, we're going to get into it. This is Esther. She was, the Israelites, they was under the Persian Medes captivity. And, we ain't going to start from the beginning. You know what I mean? You can do that on your own. All right, we're going to get into the heavy parts and when it started to really go down. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
It's like if I can apply to, for the brothers and sisters listening, but for the most part, with sisters, like you should really take heed and try to grasp or understand it. It might not always be times of what Esther done, according to your time, but you should look like when you say what's the word I'm looking for? Worship women empowerment. You should actually look like, am I really doing, or am I really empowering myself like this sister had? The little bit that I'm expecting or I think that I deserve, look what this sister does. So always try to compare yourself to the better of a brother or sister versus somebody that's not as sharp as you.
Right. Right. No, that's real heavy because, we don't have a lot of idols that we can look up to. Right. And Esther is one of those that our sisters, growing up, that she needs to, look up to and say, well, damn, like, I want to be empowered. Everybody wants to feel like they're, being, what's the word for it? Appreciated, right? Everybody wants to feel that feeling of being appreciated and wanted, right? So, understandable, men and women, we all want our due, you understand? But, we also have to understand, don't get too carried away with that, you understand? Understand that we have a duty to each other. You understand? The lowest of us and the highest of us. You understand? Especially the highest of us. The highest of us, they have a duty, to look down and say, hey, my people are being hurt. My people need help. You understand? So that is something that, this sister did, and Mordecai, he held her to that. We're going to go to Esther 3, and we're going to start at verse 1. I don't know if y'all know, but, the start of the story, Esther was a beautiful sister. Mordecai, you know, he brought her to the king. The king saw her and he couldn't resist her. I mean, come on, the Israelites, you know, the Israelite women are some bad women. You understand? We got some fine women, you understand, in Israel. So any brother going outside of Israel, you understand, to go get them, you know, a dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, like Christ called that white woman, you understand? You dead wrong, you understand? Because we got plenty of beautiful sisters right here, and this guy here, you know, he could not resist his sister, you understand? So that's the beginning of the story. She got, you know, she was a crown queen, and you know, we're gonna get into you know, what happened, you know, in chapter 3. That's where we're going to start, if you could, brother.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1. After these things, the king Assyrius promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gates bowed and were in reverence Haman. For the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not.
He what?
Bowed not.
Bowed not. You understand? Mordecai, he wasn't bowing, you know, saying to, you know, this king. You understand? We have one king. You understand?
Yes.
We have one God. You understand?
Yes.
So he wasn't bowing. You understand? Go ahead.
Nor did him reverence.
He ain't reverencing him. You understand? He listen, man. We were under bondage. You understand? Listen. Our people was at a lower state. What is he doing, bowing to this people or this man? You understand? Impoverishing our people. You know what I'm saying? Mordecai was a powerful brother. You understand? He ain't going for that. You understand? So he ain't bowing, and neither should we. In the I.S.U.P.K, we ain't bowing to nobody. You understand? The only people we bow to is the Most High in Christ. You understand? That's who we bow to. You understand? And Mordecai was one of them brothers that the brothers need to start understanding who we are. You understand? We ain't bowing to no Christmas. We ain't bowing to none of these things that, you know, this oppressor gives us. You understand? Go ahead, bro.
Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment?
You know what I mean? You know, they coming to him. You know, like, hey, man, what's wrong with you, man? You understand? Like, you ain't bound? You know, what's up with you, brother? You understand? Just like, just like Christians will come here and be like, why you don't eat pork no more? You ain't eating pork? Y'all ain't celebrating Christmas? You understand? Like, what are y'all doing? What's wrong with y'all? You understand? Why y'all calling the white man the devil?
Salakia.
Right.
They be like, oh, man, yeah, that's cold. What's
Right,
wrong with you?
right.
How dare you change your life around?
Right.
Stop doing the evil and wicked things you used to do.
Right.
How dare you do that?
Right.
You need to be out here in the gutter with the rest of us.
Right.
What's wrong with you? You think you better than us because you follow the God of your forefathers?
Right.
What's wrong with you? Come back to church.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Right.
You ain't no better than the rest of us.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know, they still the same ones that's going to be asking you for help later on.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? They always miss you when you're gone. And when they see you doing better and greater for yourself by not following the laws of these evil oppressors,
right,
and you follow the Most High, truly follow the Most High, not like these pimps in the pulpit tell you to do it,
right,
or these fake Israelites tell you to do it,
right,
these bishops and apostles and,
right,
and elders, whoever you want to follow, you Catholic priests,
right.
They're not telling you the right way. The only way you need to be following the Lord is through the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
GEN.YAHANNA.
Damn right.
We will show you the right way.
Right.
Because everybody else is fed.
Right.
Everybody else don't know about the Feast of Purim and Esther.
Right.
When you ever heard your preacher talk about Esther and the Feast of Purim?
Right. Right.
When?
Right.
But they call us a cult, a hate group. When we showing you love, just because we say don't do something, that don't mean we hate you.
Right. Right.
You showing you love by telling you going down the wrong path.
That's right.
And you're going to destroy yourself. I mean, you can't stop smoking weed and doing drugs and getting drunk all the time. Why? You only destroying yourself. You ain't hurt nobody else.
That's right. Listen, I'm right. Get that brother a hand. You understand? You know, and that's true. You understand? You listen. This brother and sister was separated from these places. You understand? They got out of that world. You understand? And that's what we have to do today to get back with the Most High. You understand? Period. You understand? Go ahead, brother. Verse 4.
Verse 4. We had Esther chapter 3, verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them,
Right.
that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew.
And that's so powerful, man.
Right.
They gonna come to you daily. You understand? They gonna come to you day after day after day. You understand? Trying to have you transgress. You understand? Try to get you back, like the brother said, back in that Christian church. You understand? Back to celebrating these wicked holidays. They're gonna try to pull you back into the world. But you let them know you are a Jew. You are an Israelite. You understand? And you follow the Most High in Christ. You understand? Go ahead, sister.
So it's safe to say, anytime you say that, everybody knew what that meant. When anybody said I'm a Jew, where other nations knew what that meant.
Of course.
Okay.
You know, back in them times, they knew who we were. You understand? They knew what we followed. You understand? And they understand that, you know, they knew the stories, right? They knew the story of Egypt, right? They knew the stories of what happens, but they knew like if they had us in captivity, how big or how powerful they will become. You understand? So, you know, the lust is over the top. They ain't caring about what happens afterwards. You know? So yeah, I mean, even when we say it today, even when you say it right now, look at what happened to Kanye and Kyrie when they tried to profess themselves being Jews. You understand? They get shut down. But now that, you know, it's coming out, Kanye, you know, they coming back begging. Just like the brother said, they gonna come back begging and pleading and saying, man, bring us in. Bring us with you. You understand? Because you stood firm for the Most High. Right? You stood firm. Go ahead, sir.
If I could, go ahead and give me Romans 3:1.
Sir.
Because this is what our people is on this. So that was a heavy question what the sister asked.
Right.
And they're doing it today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our people seeking, want to know who we are. We have the zeal.
Right.
We want to know who the Lord is. We want to know who we are. We want to know our heritage.
Right.
So, but when we teach our people come at us just like this. Read it when you got it, huh?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew?
So that's what they tell them, like, well, what being a Jew gonna do for me?
Right.
I'm still black and American. I'm still getting pulled over by the police.
Right.
But it's bigger than that. Read on.
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Read on.
Much every way.
Read it again.
Much every way.
Much in every way. Read on.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Chiefly because, man, what was given to us is the oracles of God. We got the records called the Bible.
Right.
It's the mouthpiece of the Most High.
Right.
And he gave it to the Jews. He gave it to his people, nobody else. But everybody want to get a piece of our inheritance. They took our records called the Bible and made it a religion where everybody can join. Well, the scriptures go against that. It's not for everybody.
That's right.
The scriptures let you know who is for it. Hear Israel.
Right.
Listen to this, O Israel.
Right.
This is for Israel. My people Israel.
Right.
But they're going to tell you, hey, what about the Baptists?
Right.
What about the Pentecostal? The Seventh-day Adventists?
Right.
The Jehovah's Witness?
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Right.
It say to the Jews, chiefly as a way, because they're committed to them were the oracles of the Most High.
Right.
Come on, man. That's what profited us. So it behooves every so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American to come on back into this body, man.
Right.
Get your inheritance back.
Damn right.
So we can get up out this captivity, man.
Yeah, right. Get up here. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like the brother said, he was a Jew. You understand? And he understood the oracles of God. You understand? He understood who he was and how powerful it was to serve the Most High. You understand? And not Haman. You understand? Or the king. You understand? So Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
He was upset. You know what I'm saying? Of course. You know what I'm saying? This heathen wanted everybody to bow. You understand? And Haman, you know, he furious. You understand? You know, red.
He probably turned red.
Right, he looked like Donald Trump in the face, right? You understand? Just super red. You understand? Go ahead, Doc.
And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
He wanted to go toe to toe. He wanted to go toe to toe on Mordecai, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For they had shewed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
So he wanted to kill the people because Mordecai didn't want to bow. He wanted to kill everybody that was associated with Mordecai because Mordecai didn't. And listen, and that is the spirit of an oppressor. You understand? That is the spirit of an oppressor to kill everybody because one man, right? To kill. Listen, it ain't enough for him to just go to Mordecai and be like, hey man, what's the problem? Man? What's going on? You know what I mean? What do I have to do? Instead, he want to go and kill every single last one of them with Jew. You understand? Like that is unbelievable, and that's why we have to be in charge of this earth. Yeah. That's why we have to come back, because if we're not in charge, they're gonna come and kill everybody that is associated with us. You understand? And if they could do it, if the Most High was not with us right now, because they will do it. Yeah. They got what they want now. They got, look, this kingdom is running perfectly. You understand? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Go ahead,
Like even it don't even gotta be a high man of stature that want to do that. Even the police do that too. Every time they pull you over, they want to be in control. You not listen to one little thing they say, you even question like, why I gotta do this for?
Right.
Oh, they pull you out the car, beat the dog, mess out of it.
Right.
Like for what?
Right.
Because you did not obey.
That's right.
And what they want control and power.
Right.
And then this kingdom's so wicked. Right. They get away with it. We don't care. But we know who does not get away with it on camera.
Yeah, right.
Those so-called black men that beat Tyree niggas, they're not gonna get away with it.
No.
Right. Because they are under the laws of the Most High. They need to follow the laws of the Most High. What they did to that brother was terrible. They murdered him. They were unbrotherly to him.
Right.
And the brother was fearing for his life. But they so lust-filled and power-hungry and want to please their oppressor that they beat the dog, but they beat the life out of that brother.
Literally, yeah.
For what? I'm still waiting to hear the charges. I don't even know.
Right. Like
they said he didn't commit no offense. I didn't see him drive reckless.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Another lie.
Yeah, I mean, there's speculations out there that we ain't gonna get into about that.
Right.
You understand? But it'll all come out. Sooner or later, it's all gonna come out. You understand? So, what they did to that brother, you understand? Of course, they ain't gonna get away with it. They thought they was a part of this place. Right? They thought they was part of that blue line or that, whatever they call it. You understand? They thought they was part of that. You understand? But they found out very quickly. You are not part of this world. You ain't part of this. You understand? You got the uniform on. Yeah, we gave you the uniform. But you are not part of this blue line that we talk about every day. You understand?
We see who was. Who that dude? Phil, whatever that dude's name was. The Edomite.
Right.
Yeah, Phil or something like that.
Yeah, you ain't heard about him in a minute, huh?
Oh yeah.
He just lost his job.
Oh yeah.
He didn't get charges brought up on him.
And he probably can go to the next county over. And get another police job. You understand? He'll be back to tasing in no time.
Right.
That's exactly what they
do.
do.
Look, they tell our people on the police force, well, you're not black anymore, you're blue now.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, And our people go hard for anything that's not of the Most High.
Right.
Like we get into these religions and go harder than the person who religion it is.
Right.
Like we go into Islam. He's harder than every. I mean, come on, man. We praying 5 times a day, breaking out the little rug. We doing all the little days and all that. I mean, we doing it better than them.
Yeah.
So in our wickedness, we doing it better than them now.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's what we gotta stop.
Right.
We
And
got
sir,
to
you're so
put an
right.
end to this, man.
Yeah, you're so right. Because have you ever been to a Christian church out? In a white churches, they sit there, it's quiet.
Yes.
You know. Black churches, they up jumping and running around. Right. Black churches, they up jumping around, twerking, music, jumping out the gym. You know what I'm saying?
In my church, they have 30 minutes.
Right.
They see that little hill. That back church, little rock, Mount Zion around the corner from the temple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They running up and down the aisleways, collecting them.
Right.
Sitting in the collection plate 10,
Right.
20 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Black churches, they give God.
Serving catfish dinners in the basement, buffalo, pig feet all down there.
Right.
For $5.
Yeah, selling $5. Yeah, we go harder than anybody, man.
Right.
Just look how our sisters is on every social media site. They twerking, showing their bodies half naked.
Showing.
Well, back in the day, the Edomite woman, she was the biggest
Right.
on the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we went past them toward the evil. They gave us the evil in the open door, and our people were in the fast lane.
Yeah, just running through.
And that angers the Most High because He told us not to do these things.
Right.
He said, "Don't go into the way of the heathens.
Right.
Don't do what they doing. Don't be of them."
Right.
But look, we celebrating Christmas.
Damn right.
Because Santa Claus is bringing little toys and stuff for the kids. And then you tell them, ask them, why are you celebrating Christmas? Oh, I'm doing it for the kids.
Right.
Passing through the lake of fire from Molech. You know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
destroying that child, man.
Right.
And gift destroyed the heart.
Damn right.
And that child gonna grow up and he gonna continue that tradition of men, which is false.
Damn right.
Now, that's why, because the Bible say, train them up in the way they should go.
Right.
That's why you teach them these commandments, law, statutes while they're young. So when they grow up, they ain't got to go through the wickedness that we went through.
That's right.
You know, and this scripture is important, man.
Yes.
We need this in every black household.
Damn right.
Every Hispanic household.
Right.
Every Native American household needs
Right.
these words, man.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. You understand? It's so important for us to do these things. You know what I mean? And these, like we can go verse for verse and just come up with just scenario after scenario when we go through these verses. You understand? So it's so important for us to get in here and get taught properly. You understand? Because these things that they went through, we're going through it right now. You understand? You can apply it to right now. You understand? Go ahead. Where are you at? Where are we at? Verse 7.
Verse 6. I'll start back at verse 6. He thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shewed him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai, in the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, and cast her, that is the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar.
Right.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
And that's so important. You understand? Because we are a different people. That's what we do. What makes us different is God's laws. That's what makes us different. You understand? We are diverse from all people. That is us. You understand? Listen, man, just like Officer I.S.U.P.K just said, like, once we get into this world, we run with all of the things that we do. But once we stop and say, hold up, this ain't what we're supposed to follow. This ain't us. Now we living like a diverse people. Now we're different. Now we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. You understand? Now we're living and people are hating on us. You understand? They hating on us. You understand? Go ahead.
Well, so like,
Go.
and that's a heavy point you brought out.
Right, sir.
Because the laws, statutes, and commandments will separate us from the heathen.
Right.
Like, that's why we can't eat cats, rats, and dogs
Right.
like the Moabites.
Right.
Because we're clean people. The laws make us clean. And they are filthy. I mean, they are filthy. That's why they can do the things that they do.
Right.
Because the laws wasn't given to them.
Right.
And it's not in our spirit to eat cats, rats, and dogs, man.
Right.
Well, come on, man. They eat anything.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
They call it a delicacy.
Right.
I seen a video where they had a monkey at a table and then shut the table on where it's just his head is sticking up on the table.
Wow.
And they hitting him in the head with the little hammers
Right.
till they crack his skull and peel his skin and start eating the brains. Those are Israelites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that, like, they did con. They do it. They
Yeah,
do
they
it
call
over
it a
there.
delicacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A
Like,
brain.
the Most High told us not to do these things.
Right.
That's what separates us. That's what separates the clean from the filthy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally.
keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and be clean. Live. You
Right,
know?
like I don't know, sir. If when you walk through the lobby here, the sister brought it up. She was like, "When I passed by them, I mean, it was because it was a bunch of Edomites out there playing with trains and stuff." Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So she like, "Look, I don't know if you smelled the stench or they was stinking." You know what I'm saying? Right? And we started going into, they don't shower every day like we do. They're not as clean as we are. You go inside our houses and things of that nature, and the cleaner, we the ones, coming with the cologne and, get smell good. That's what we do. When we smell like, that sister smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's us.
And look, now that you said it did smell like alcohol.
Dried up.
You know what I'm saying? God, sir. Like, that's,
You know how you unconsciously just hold your breath till
Right.
you pass something you
Right.
smell?
Right.
As soon as I got there, I said, I
yeah.
just kept walking.
We're just a different people. I mean,
Yes.
you go into, the Africans, the taxi cabs, or if you ever be around them, so, enough time, they have a certain stench on them that we don't.
Really?
You understand? It's just a natural stench, and a lot of times it's from what they eat. A lot of times, what you eat, a lot of times you'll smell like it. You ever ate a onion or something, and your breath, sir, you are what you eat. You get an onion or something. Yeah, it'll come out of your pores and how you smell. So the way they eat over there in Africa, China, and these white folks, white people, they'll eat anything. You know what I'm saying? You skin it off, they probably eat it with the hair on there. You understand? But that's the way they smell. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know what I mean?
America's now trying to make people eat insects. Have y'all saw that?
Well,
certain insects are
Some insects is wrong.
Yeah, we'll show you that.
No, I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a start for them.
Right.
Like they're doing something wrong, so they got to try.
I mean, they are low people.
Sister, I seen them cooking cockroaches.
Right.
Eating roaches.
Yeah, that's not.
That's what I said. They just do all the insects. I'm like,
But John was out in the wilderness eating honey and locusts, grasshoppers.
Yeah,
Bugs and larvae.
Man, they got some bugs in the law that are lawful to eat. You understand? So what if we had to go back into the wilderness? You understand? We will know what bugs to eat and which ones not to eat. You understand?
Okay.
Some are poisonous. You understand? And some are not. You know what I mean? And some are lawful and some are not. You understand? So
I hadn't seen that list.
we'll get to you. You understand? We got it's definitely in Leviticus somewhere. You know?
Oh, okay.
We'll grab it for you. You understand? Go ahead. We're gonna go to verse 11.
You know the chapter.
Start at verse.
No, just go. Where we at?
We at
Verse
Keeping
9.
notes.
yeah, about to start verse 9.
Okay, go ahead.
If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasuries.
You know what I mean?
And the king,
Go ahead, Salaki, go ahead.
and the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemies.
Go ahead, verse 11.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given unto thee, the people also, So do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You understand? Like that's what was going down. You understand? The decree was put out. You understand that he wanted to kill all of the Jews. You understand? So they try to put this plan together. You understand? And they're going to try to get it done. Let's see what happens. Let's go to chapter 4, verse 1. Go ahead.
This book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
And that's what we have to do. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is doing right now. We are renting our clothes. When we go out here and we start to, feed the people, or we go out here to camp, and we go out just on a regular day, if you just step outside of your home and going somewhere, and you see the state of our people, right? Like, that's how we're supposed to act, like Mordecai did. Rent your clothes, you understand? Like we are supposed to be sighing and crying, about the state of our people. You understand? And that's what Mordecai did. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and he knew, he said, man, I heard about what's about to happen. This is what they're talking about. They're trying to kill my people. You understand? And that's how we should feel about this. You understand? This job is selfless. You understand? This is the job that we do, sisters and brothers. You understand? When y'all go out as sisters, you know what I'm saying? You got your beautiful dresses on, your head wraps. You know what I'm saying? You got your shields around your neck. You understand? You're going to get questioned. You understand? And some sisters in the world is going to question you as well. The job is not just, right here in this classroom. The job is outside where, we can shed some light to our people. You understand? Go ahead. It's a lot.
Verse 2. And it came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth.
Right. Yeah, he was coming. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be dressed right when you go see the king. But Mordecai didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was a great mourning among the Jews, and fasting and weeping and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and take away his sackcloth from him. But he received it not.
But he what?
He received it not.
He didn't want it. You understand? He didn't want some good old garments to put on. You understand? He wanted them to see what he was going through. You understand? He wanted to stay right there in them sackcloths. He wanted to stay right there, you understand, in those sackcloths, because you know what? He was sighing and crying. He didn't want to cover it up. You understand? He wanted everybody to see. You understand? And that's what we out here to do. We want everybody to see that when we go out in these streets, man, that's why we bring the speaker out there. You understand? We bring the signs out there because we want you to see what we're talking about. We want to see what our people are going through and what these people have done to our people. You understand? Go ahead, it's a lot.
Then called Esther for Hathach, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was. So Hathach went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Also he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for the people. And
that is so important. You understand? To understand this verse 8. You understand? Like they're working in unison here. You understand? They're working together. You understand? Mordecai is like, look, tell Esther, man, this is what's going down, man. You know what I mean? This guy here is putting a decree together to kill us. So I need you to go talk to the king to you know what I'm saying, to help us out here or do something.
Right.
And Esther, you know what I'm saying, Esther could have been like, man, it is what it is, right? I got my spot. I'm good to go. I'm the queen. The hell with it.
And Salakia,
Go ahead, sir.
is letting you know that the Most High can use a woman
Damn right.
for a certain mission.
Damn right.
We say Esther was at the pulpit telling what thus said the Lord. That's what the preacher said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He used Esther for a mission to get something done for the purpose of this whole people.
And that's right.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's so important to understand because later on in the story, it's going to say that. You understand? Like, it's going to say exactly, you know what I'm saying, what her mission was. Like it's so powerful. He just said that. You understand? Go ahead, Doc. Yeah.
Verse 9, and Hathach came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Again, Esther spake unto Hathach and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come into the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come into the king these 30 days.
And she was, listen, she understood that she will be killed, you understand, if you go to the king at the wrong time. She had an appointment. You know what I mean? You don't come see the king for about, what is it, 30 days?
30 days.
You understand? So she understood that if she goes now, she could be killed. You understand? She could be killed for moving, you understand, out of order. You understand? And listen, man, let's keep going. Go
And
ahead.
they told to Mordecai Esther's words.
Right.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
Read that part one more time. Read 13 one more time.
Then Mordecai commanded to Esther, think not with thyself.
Think not of yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
Sisters, don't think about yourself. You understand? Like, it's time to stop being selfish. Think not of yourself. Go ahead.
That thou shalt escape in the king's house.
You ain't going to escape none of these things that this oppressor has for us. You understand? You're going to be destroyed in this place. They're going to sexualize you. You understand? They're going to continue to have you in those damn, what is it? The birth clinics, the you know what I mean? You know, have you on them tables getting rid of your sons and daughters. You understand? They're going to have you thinking that the only way you can make it is by working for him. That's destroying you. That's destroying your mentality. It's destroying what you are to our people. Everybody's important in Israel. Everybody. From the children all the way up, you understand? We are important to the Most High. So your decisions need to be not of yourself. It needs to be part of your people. You understand? Salaki, go ahead,
I'll start back.
Right.
Then Mordecai commanded to Esther. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
Right. Go ahead.
For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place.
Right.
But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Right. Like this is like right? Who knoweth whether thou art come to the king for such a time as this? This is the time.
This is the time.
We are not going to get delivered from nobody else around here. You understand? So you're going to have to step up. You understand? And I know you're scared. I know you're scared, sis. I know. But you're going to have to try. You're going to have to do something. I mean, he ain't trying to kill us out here. You understand? So you're going to have to step up and say, you know what? You're right. You know what I mean? Let me go on in here. Esther was a beautiful woman. You understand? Go woo. You know, go woo. Put on that dress now. You understand? Put that special makeup and that lipstick, whatever you got.
Smelling good.
You better get exactly. Get to smelling good. You understand? Do what the Israelite woman know how to do. It's to woo beautiful women. You understand? Go ahead, Al.
Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer.
And man, this is go ahead. This sister right here is powerful. Go ahead.
Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me.
And do what?
Fast ye for me.
Go ahead.
And neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day.
Right.
I also and my maidens will fast likewise.
Yes.
And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Say it
So
again.
be it.
And if I perish, I
And
perish.
if I die, I die. You understand? It's like the sister we was talking about with the sons. You know what I'm saying? In Maccabees, right? If I die, I die. You understand? But I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Why? Because it's bigger than me. It's way bigger than me. You understand? This ain't got, listen, man, it could be about me, but I ain't gonna make it about me. You understand? I'm gonna make it about my people. If I die, I die.
Yep.
You understand? And that's so powerful what the sister just said. Go ahead, Al.
So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him.
And that's powerful. We working together. Okay, I got you, sis. Don't even trip. I'm about to go down here. I'm about to go holler at the Jews. I'm about to get everybody together. Let them know what's going down. Let's go to chapter 7. You understand? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get together. We're going to get all people together. Boom. So they working in unison. You understand? Like Officer y'all just said, he can use a woman. But it's got to be the right woman. He ain't using you on that pole. In the abortion clinic. You understand? Going toe-to-toe with your man every damn day. In the pulpit with a suit on. You understand? He ain't using you. He can't use you. Why? Because you selfish. You understand? You selfish. We got to get out of that. You understand? Let's go. Let's go to chapter 7. We're gonna read verse chapter 7, and we're gonna get up out of here.
This is Esther chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed even to the half of the king.
And that's and to understand what happened, right? Esther first, she had to go put a request in real quick so we can have this banquet. You know what I'm saying? So we can get together. So this is the second day they came together, where everybody's in there. You understand? Go ahead, Al.
Excuse me.
Yep.
What does even to the half of the kingdom mean?
It looks like, listen, he was giving her a request. It sounds like it shall be performed, meaning he was giving her whatever you want,
right,
you can have. You understand? Whatever you require or whatever you requesting at this time, you can have it.
Okay.
You understand? Now, I don't know if he was going to give her half the kingdom, but, he was, you know how we sweet talk.
Yeah.
You understand? Go ahead.
Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight.
In thy what?
In thy sight.
In thy sight. You understand? Looking good. You know what I'm saying? Smelling good, right? Go ahead.
O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold. I and my people to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage.
The enemy, you understand? We know who this enemy is about to be. Go ahead with verse 5.
And the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in his heart to do so?
Right.
And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
And now he's scared. You understand? Now he's scared. You know what I'm saying? She bringing it out. This is powerful. Go ahead, brother.
And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the place Salaki, went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make request for his life.
For his what?
For his life to Esther.
To who?
the queen.
To Esther. You understand? Now he begging and pleading. You understand? Go ahead.
For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
Hey, man, look, man. Listen, now it's all coming together.
Yes.
You understand? Now it's all coming down on them. You understand? Now them haters once
They always come back.
listen, them haters is gonna come back.
Always.
You understand? They always gonna come back begging and pleading. You understand?
They always need you after they done did all this to you. They always come back and want something from you.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You kill with the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. You understand? Go ahead.
Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was.
Right.
Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? Oh, that's crazy.
Come on, come on. Come on, come on. You understand?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you know, and go ahead.
So the king like, you gonna take my woman in my own house?
Come on, man.
Like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Sorry. I had a moment, that was crazy. As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face.
Right.
And
They covered his face up. Hey man, that's like a movie, man. You know what I'm saying? You ever kidnap somebody, seen them get kidnapped, put the hood over his face? Oh, come on, you coming with me. You understand? Go ahead.
And Benai, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold, also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon.
Man, hang him. Put him to death. You understand? Because why? I mean, listen, man, Esther, man. You know what I mean? Esther was a bad sister. You understand? And she stood firm in that thing. And the Most High was with them. You understand? The Most High was with them. What verse we at?
Verse 10.
Hey, I mean, we can get to verse 8. We can go in verse 8. We got a few minutes. Go ahead to verse 8. We want to hear what, how Esther came to her husband real quick.
9 good too.
What, you want to go?
No, go ahead, do what you do.
You want to go to 9, sir?
So I can do what you do.
That's all. I just wanted to read verse 3 in chapter 8 real quick. 3 and I think 3 to 5. Slide. Go ahead.
This is Esther, chapter 8, verse 3. And Esther spake yet again before the king, and fell down at his feet, and besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman the Agagite, and his device that he had devised against the Jews. Then the king held out the garden of Salaki, the golden scepter towards Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king and said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and the thing seem right before the king, and I be pleasing in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the letters devised by Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, which he wrote to destroy the Jews which are in all the king's provinces.
And that's you know, like, and of course he did it, right? Of course he did what he was supposed to do, reverse that thing. You understand? And listen, man, you know, the Most High can use you. You understand? This is the bottom line. Use you to wake up your people. You know what I mean? And you know, the water to General Yohanna. You understand? For holding on to this thing. You understand? Because the Most High is definitely using that brother to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? And in this truth, man, we have a job to do. You can't be in here sitting on your tail. You understand? You can't be out here lacking. You understand? You got to be ready to teach at every turn, every corner. You got to be ready to teach, man. So women and men, you understand, we have a duty. You understand? If you don't have a head at home, your head is your camp leader. You understand? Your head is Christ. You understand? You need to listen. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna close this out. Anything you want to bring out, bro?
Oh yeah. Just like the brother said, like the Most High can use anybody. The Most High can use a child if he wants to.
Right.
But the Most High will not accept a woman to preach the word of the Lord to men or usurp authority over a man. That's all. But I mean, a woman can teach her children. I mean, that's what she's supposed to do.
Right.
An older woman can teach the younger woman. That's what she's supposed to do. But as far as teaching the Bible, no. And you can't stand firm on that. That's why they think that we be beating our women and stuff. Y'all don't never let them speak. They can speak. They just can't stay with us as the water out of the mouth.
Hey, somebody, go and put a precept on there. Titus chapter 2, start at verse 3.
Yeah.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
All right, to be separate. Don't be like the women out here on the street in the world. Read on.
Not false accusers.
Not false accusers. Read on.
Not giving too much wine.
Not giving too much wine like the sisters leave the club, be fighting in the Waffle House.
Right.
That's what our older sisters supposed to be teaching these young sisters. Not to be in the Waffle House fighting after the club.
Right.
In the streets fighting.
Right.
Read on.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Good things.
Read on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
To do what?
To be sober.
Read on.
To love their husbands.
Read.
To love their children.
Read on.
To be discreet.
To love their husbands, to love their children. Don't go drop your kids off every day to somebody else's house so you can go run the streets and party and get drunk. Don't do that. Read.
To be discreet.
Discreet. Cover yourself up. Don't show everybody your business. Say that for your husband at home. That's like the older men drop the ball on the young brothers that's coming up. Our older sisters, they drop the ball on the young sisters that's coming up. Now, we trying to build this nation back up, so we gonna need our older sisters
Right.
to teach these young sisters that ain't the way to be. You're doing this wrong, sis. Read on.
Chase. Keepers at home.
Keep us where?
Keepers at home.
I'm worried about what sister so-and-so doing up the street. Oh, they going to the party tonight. I'm going to, no, you stay your butt at home.
Right.
Take care of your kids. Make sure they're not the ones getting killed by the cops.
Right.
Read on.
Good. Obedient to their own husbands.
That's right, read.
That the word of God be not blasphemed.
Because when you do these things, you're showing that you're walking in this light of the Most High. And if you still being ignorant of the words of the Most High, you're going to make it look like, well, it's blasphemy. You're not doing what you're saying you're doing. You're wearing a head wrap, but you're not teaching the sisters. You're not being like you're saying. Your actions speak louder than your words.
Right.
So in I.S.U.P.K, we taught our actions must back up our words. Because faith without works is dead.
Damn right.
You got to have the works and the faith.
Yep. Damn right.
So that was just add on that precept on what the brother was saying, because, hey, that's right on the money.
That's right on the money. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all bashim y'all shop rock a thumb to the brothers. Y'all shmart thought bashim y'all shot to the sisters. I.S.U.P.K, Oklahoma Sabbath Service. Shalom.